And yes, I've dug the old chart show music bed out from my previous show because we're doing it as a bit of a countdown this week on the show. So yeah, from 258 songs played on the show and over 1,700 independent songs on our playlist this week. These are the top 12 songs on my show that I've played this year, the ones I kind of want to showcase once again on our last show of 2022. Now, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been on the show this year, but there are also some songs that didn't quite make the top 12. It was supposed to be a top 10, but I had so many good songs, I kind of had to make it a top 12. So also want to say big shout out to Harry Leo, Tom A. Smith, Loose Cut, Midlight, who I saw on a gig back in March before we launched this show. There has a great song they had on the show. Jojo and the with Don't Get Too Heavy, that was a good song we had on this year as well. Uberforce, Teleport. We had Wazia Project, Muntjack, Joe Hicks, Sabrina Monique, Calico. Who else have we got here? Jordan Sugar, that was really good as well. The High Points, Ina Marie, I want to mention. Just B-Side, that was one that just didn't make it as well into the top 12. I've also got Paul Askew, Jake Morley, Reese Lewis. Yeah, there's a load of great songs. Mel, I want to mention as well. Husk, The Late Arrivals Club, Open Arms as well. There were quite a few that kind of in the last few months as well that we've had on the show. Damn the Wolves, that was a great debut song as well. So there are so many. I just wanted to do a bit of a shout out to some of those fantastic artists that we've played on the show this year. But we are doing a top 12, and in at number 12, played on show 22 back on the 23rd of October 2022, Caitlin McCarthy. Yes, just 17 years old singer-songwriter from Coventry, released her second official single after debut Goodbye, which got 50,000 streams on Spotify. The song is called Remember Tonight, and it's very Little Mix-esque. That's what my daughter said as well. She loves Little Mix, and it does sound very Little Mix. It's an amazing song. It's a great pop song, and it's number 12 on the best songs on the show this year.
Hey, number 12.
Or do you have something better to do?
Loving that song, so catchy. The Asylums and Instant Coffee, got that kind of really 90s Lightning Seeds, Boo Radley's feel about it. It's just, I love the melodic sound of it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Top 3 then, Asylums and Instant Coffee. Top 2 on the way.
90s, noughties, and new music. This is The Hive.
So 2 songs left then. What is at number 2? Well, I can tell you the top 2, and from show 22 on the 23rd of October comes alternative rock band Nineteenth Hour. Yes, based in Oxfordshire with their debut single Tired of Running. It was nearly all written in their last practice together before the November 2020 lockdown, and most of the song's structure was completed in the final hour of that practice, and then Joe the singer spent the next few months writing the lyrics. It finally all came together when they returned in April 21, and the recording process was scheduled to start at the end of that year at Newbury's Studio 91, but unfortunately at a gig just before Christmas they all caught COVID, and that put a stop to the recording once again. So they were finally able to get back into the studio in June 2022, and after the rollercoaster ride that had been on and the fact it had quickly become a fan favourite at the nearly 30 shows they had played that year, they decided it would be the perfect song for their debut single. So Tired of Running has multiple meanings, but mainly it's about how sometimes to get where you want to be you have to make hard decisions instead of running away, and sometimes things have to be broken before they can be fixed, which is very true. It's at number 2 then, Tired of Running by 19th Hour.
Number 2. Number 2.
Loving that alternative rock single, Tired of Running. That is 19th Hour, our second best song on the show this year, although they've all been excellent. This is the very top 12. What is number one? We'll find out next.